Devonte. I once read a quote. It stated, "The antidote for 50 enemies is one friend." Can anybody tell me who this quote is by? I'll take 3. You want to guess?
Aristotle.
Take a shot. What'd you say?
Aristotle.
Dang, she got on the first try. Quote is actually by Aristotle.
Good job. Very good.
The purpose of this presentation is to inform you about friendship and change. Throughout this presentation, I want you to look for 3 main things. 1 is doing things wrong. 2 is meeting a new friend, and 3 is enough is enough. When I'm finished with this presentation, you have a better understanding of friendship and change, and also Aristotle's quote. To begin, everything takes place about 5 years ago, when everybody was like 8th grade kind of. At this time, I was in Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I went to a school called Jackson Park. It was snowing, so yeah, I don't like snow. And at this time, I wasn't the, how do I say it, the best person. No, I wasn't very disrespectful, but I wasn't very respectful either. I always did respect my elders. You know, if I didn't, my mom would knock me out. And I never really did anything drastic. You know, I didn't break anyone's window or nothing crazy like that. I was good, but you know, I just hung around the wrong people. I was attracted to the wrong crowd. I like those guys. So then, one day, I meet this guy. Yeah, I was like, how did I meet that guy? I still wonder why. And I was going to school in the morning, and I was like, I was with a friend, and he had a friend. You ever had one of those moments where you're with your main friend, and then he has a friend, and then all of a sudden your main friend has to leave some reason, and then once he leaves, then like you're stuck with this guy, like you don't even know him, like who's that? So then that's exactly what happened. And then like we're like maybe a mile from school, and then like he's talking to me, and he's just talking. Like in Michigan, you don't talk that much. You know how much you can talk? Not that much. So then he was just talking to me, so we became good friends somehow. He like rubbed off on me. And like at first it was kind of weird, like, you know, okay, I get you. You want to play this? Let's play Halo, all right? And then like he's all good. So then my other friends, like a month went by, and then I stopped hanging out with my other friends. You know, this guy, he rubbed off on me a little bit, and a month went by, and like we're cool, you know. So then my other friends were like, you know, where you at? MIA, you know, missing in action. So they invited me to a party. The party was at some house. It was far away from where we lived. You know, I was like, okay, I'll go with you guys. So we went to a party, and then at most parties, something goes wrong, and something happened. A gun went off in the air, and then everybody left. So then I got stranded. My friends left me, and I was like, you know, calling everyone on my phone, like, hey, where'd you guys go? They ignore my phone calls. You kind of guess when they press ignore. And, you know, I was stuck. And there was only one person who, like, answered the phone and was like, hey, I'll come get you. And, like, I couldn't call my mom, you know, I would never see, I probably wouldn't be alive right now if I called mom. So I called them, and then their parents came, you know, him and his parents came and picked me up. And, like, I stayed with them the night, you know, I called my mom, like, hey, you know, I gave her that story, you know, that story. And then, you know, I stayed with them. So then after that, like, something came to mind. I was like, hey, you know, these guys are not really my friend. They're just people who get me in trouble. So then that was where I was just like, you know, enough is enough. It's time to move on, meet new people, get things done. And then, you know, after that, I was pretty good. So, all in all, I've told you 3 things today. How I did things wrong, I met a new friend, and enough is enough. I told you a quote today, 50 enemies make one friend. The quote really means that out of all those people I had friends with, I only had one friend through all of that. And that what brings me here today. It's pretty good for me because I'm successful, and you know, I work at a bank. You gotta be trustful at a bank, so that's the end of my presentation. Any questions?